7-year-old Malik wheezed through the night, clutching his chest as his mother begged the ER staff to check his breathing. But instead of oxygen, the nurse smiled politely. "It's just seasonal allergies. Children in this area get it every spring." Hours later, Malik collapsed at home, his lips turning blue. The diagnosis? Severe asthma attack, one that could have been prevented. ER dismissed Black Boy's breathing problems as allergies. The truth almost cost him his life. If you believe every breath matters, type "breathe" in the comments. Tanya Williams worked 2 jobs in Baltimore, mornings at a grocery store, nights cleaning offices, just to keep a roof over her son Malik's head. Malik was a bright second grader with a love for basketball and comic books. But in early spring, his breathing changed. It started as a dry cough, then turned into wheezing. So sharp, Tanya could hear it across the room. One night, his chest rose and fell in shallow gasps. Tanya panicked and rushed him to the nearest ER. The waiting room was crowded, filled with coughs and sneezes. After a quick check, the nurse told Tanya that Malik's lungs sounded fine and chalked it up to seasonal allergies. Tanya left, uneasy, clutching a small paper bag with antihistamines, wondering if she was overreacting or if something worse was happening. Over the next few days, Malik's condition worsened. He tired quickly, coughed through the night, and began avoiding basketball. Tanya returned to the ER twice more, each time met with the same dismissive tone. Once, a doctor even suggested she was being overly cautious, subtly implying she was wasting resources. On the 3rd visit, Tanya asked for an asthma test. The doctor shook his head. "We reserve that for clear cases." Frustrated, Tanya reached out to a community health clinic, but the earliest appointment was weeks away. Then, one evening, Malik woke up gasping for air, his hands clutching his throat. His lips turned a frightening shade of purple. Tanya called 911. Paramedics arrived within minutes, immediately giving Malik oxygen and rushing him to a children's hospital across town. There, the diagnosis was immediate: severe, uncontrolled asthma. And the physician made it clear. This was not new. Malik had been showing signs for weeks, and the delay had put him in critical danger. In the hospital bed, Malik's tiny chest rose and fell with the help of machines. Tanya sat by his side, replaying the ER visits in her mind. The polite smiles, the casual dismissal, the refusal to test. The pediatric specialist confirmed her worst fear. If paramedics had arrived even 5 minutes later, Malik might not have survived the attack. When Tanya asked why his symptoms hadn't been taken seriously, earlier the doctor hesitated before saying softly, "Sometimes assumptions get in the way of care." Those assumptions were deadly. And for Tanya, there was no doubt they were rooted in how the healthcare system treated low-income Black families. Malik eventually returned home, carrying an inhaler and a long list of medications. Tanya began sharing her story in parent groups, warning others to push back against medical dismissal. Her account caught the attention of local news, which exposed a troubling pattern. Black children were significantly less likely to be given asthma diagnoses on their first ER visit. The hospital issued a statement about training on bias awareness, but Tanya remained skeptical. "Training doesn't bring back the minutes we almost lost," she told reporters. Malik now lives with a management plan for his asthma, but Tanya's mission is far from over. Her voice is loudest when she says, "My son's life is proof. Hesitation can kill.